Alrighty, look what we got, people. Take a wild guess. Guess you know what I'm gonna be doing either this evening or tomorrow. I believe they ain't been here but, well, so they say, 2 weeks. And so somebody's hive swarmed here local. Shouldn't be a whole lot to have to mess with in there. And look up yonder. They done had all kinds of fun here. Ball face hornet's nest. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut them babies out. Make y'all a little video. Shouldn't be a whole lot to it. Take a pry bar right there and about get it all done. Old building right here. This thing's been around. Alright, people. I'll update you when I get started. Okay, so I'm going to try to pull this one off before dark if I can get it done. I'm going to start prying boards. Look like to me the way they're trying to go to the left side. I mean, they're going both ways now. They go in here, but also a majority of them's trying to go like that. I'm thinking that they're running right up that wall right there. I really am. But, didn't bring a veil. It crossed my mind. I forgot about it doing at the house. So, cut out some of these Virginia killer bees, I reckon. Unless they're two-faced, I ain't got a headbutt right here, so they ought to be alright. Let's get with it. Alright, so I'm gonna just take a pry bar and get with it here. But I think I'm gonna start right around the right there just left of the window. Just one up from the bottom and see what we got. Save y'all the boring mess. Forgot my queen clipper. I think I had it in the back of the bike. I was going checking on swarms, so we're gonna do this one barehanded. Well, I'm glad I didn't go any higher. I think that's it. So you got a plate here. And the way they roar, and I don't know, they'll be queenless or something, you can't ever tell. But yeah, so you got a plate here. I don't think they have above it. So they contain right in here. No headbutts and none of that hitting the pry bar with the hammer. So we dealing with gentle stuff. Yeah, I'll give y'all an update. I'm glad I didn't go to prying way off up through yonder if that's all they are. So anyway, here we go. I'll try to catch back up with you when I get. I'll take them off down to about right here. That should be about all the colonies gone in 2 weeks. If there isn't a... Yeah, it is. It's a new one. So they ain't getting reckless with the truth with me. If you look right there, you'll see white wax. I'm talking dead white wax right in there. See? Alright. Now this is the monstrosity. One of them a little pocket swarm. About pollen bound look like. The way they were roaring, I thought that the suckers might be queenless, but I don't know. She's probably a raggy looking little thing. I don't know. Time will tell. Be in there in a minute. I'm shocked at this gentle. Gentle as cats. Alright, y'all try that on. If the wind don't catch your camera and blow it over, you wouldn't believe the monstrosity I had to construct just to stand tripod on top of it. Got this big bush right here blocking the view. Alright, and then now I had to forget that the knife was in the bucket that I set the tripod on. Yes. You gotta try that out, people. A little smoke. I don't want to run the queen off of these. It's a new one, sure enough. They won't lie. I don't don't know, these Virginia killer bees, you can't ever tell about them. Let's see, now I need some rubber bands. I'll keep knocking that over. Alright, queen cage. Rubber bands in the back pocket. I should have brought the water bucket. Let's see, if I had good sense, which is debatable. Very debatable. I'd probably take this one out first. This thing ain't gonna be worth 5 cents sticking frames. I wonder what it ain't a lay-in worker type thing going on right here anyway. I don't know, maybe a little smoke. Just a little. How's time and camera looking? I don't know, we got eggs. Things are acting funny. That comb ain't worth 5 cents for. Yeah, there's eggs in that. That ain't worth 5 cents for sticking in the frame. Good honey. I might have to munch on some of that. You can't tell. Y'all know how to eat honey, don't you? Anybody ever showed you how to do it? Do it just like this right here. Tasty stuff, ladies. That's how it is. Some Virginia killer bees, people. Get out the way. I gotta eat this. A little dose of pollen.
Tell you one thing. That new comb ain't hitting on a whole lot. I still ain't seen anything that remotely resembles a queen. Let me go get my bucket of water, people. Can't even shake your beads off of it, it's such a mess. I gotta keep fairly clean hands in case I find her. The way they roar, and this bound to be a garbage of a queen or something. All right, ladies, what do we got? Well, there's a queen somewhere here. Question's where? Privet nectar, I reckon. Go for seconds on that baby. Good day. See if I can find this queen, people. I'll get back with you. I reckon I'm like to act like that character down in Louisiana and I don't know, reaching there with a hive tool and dump some bees in my hand. I don't know. Let's see if I can make that work. I'm a little new to this. Is that how you do it? I ring it in. I don't know. I believe that sucker's hopelessly queenless or something. But at the same time, they are eggs. So they must have just lost her if they lost her. I don't know. I'll get back with y'all in a minute. There's another one of them kind. That's a sight. If I had a... if them bushes and mess hadn't have been there, I'd have stepped on them. She's running around right down on the ground right there. I smoked them out. Had to. I got her about halfway in my hand a time or two. And anyway, yeah. So... So, we're going to clip and mark her while I got her here. That's that, people. Get her in a cage and run him in that box. They act a little funny. I don't know how dominant she is, but sorry for the crooked video. Alright, so we got her clipped and marked. Decent looking queen. It's acting a little funny. Kind of on the crazy side, but oh well. Didn't break any legs. You got a crazy queen like that trying to hold them, it's easy to break legs. So anyway, got that whooped, and now I'm gonna tie her in there on the top bar with them frames and smoke the fool out of them. Got what we wanted right there. Was that only an hour's work? Got honey all over everything. I don't know, was it 6:30 when I come up? Anywho, people, got the queen, the little queen honeybee in the cage right there. You see all of her babies out hanging all over and fanning and carrying on. Well, I'm gonna pull this sawhorse out and actually I may leave it right there. Slide a lid over them, leave a little crack right there where the rest of them can march, and I'm gonna smoke them out from in what was the hive, and they should march right in there with her. Alright, I'm gonna close it up and go to the house. Alrighty, got most of them smoked up in the air. And, well, here we go. I'll work on them again, the ones that don't run in there. But we're getting closer. At least I got the queen, that's the biggest deal. Whatever she's worth. Look, come in here. Oh, that's how it is. Cutting bees out of a church. Alright people, we got it done. I don't think y'all need to see anything else. I'm going to smoke them a little bit more and then close them up and let the residual ones do whatever the residual ones want to do. I'll have to fly back somewhere else and merge in another colony because they hopeless here now. Alright, so we got it whooped. We got a few residual field bees here. I have to figure something out, I don't know. I bet it ain't 50 there. I got most of them. They'll figure something out. They'll probably, tomorrow they'll have to fly back to wherever they swarmed from and beg in. That's most likely what they'll do. But, yeah, got it done, people. That's the end of that one. Alright, so I'm doing a follow-up on this. Here it is, 28th of May. Morning after cutting those bees out. I don't want somebody to watch the thing and think that you can put a little double handful of bees in a box with a queen with nothing else and then they get built up. See, the flow's about ready to stop here. I don't want somebody to think they'll get built up and just go through the winter. Even if you feed them, they're pretty much screwed like they are right there. So I'm gonna just look at them right now and then show you what I'll do. See, there's just barely enough bees in that box to cover a frame. Either I didn't get them all or they absconded and went somewhere. If it wasn't a 30-mile ride over there, I'd go see. They may have absconded this morning, a lot of them. You can see they fanning and roaring just like it might be queenless, even though there's a queen right there. That queen might be useless. But anyway, that's part of the game. Since we still have a flow, I'll give them a frame of brood and possibly nurse bees. I gotta figure out where it's gonna come from. I got a box back out in the backyard, but they haven't hatched any nurses yet. The trick is, though, if the flow has stopped, you do not want to swap a frame of bees out of a strong hive with a weak one like that. They'll fly back home and tell them and rob it out. The field bees that's on the frame. They'll rob one blind like that in no time flat, and we ain't looking at just a couple more days when the privet dries up. That can happen. You got to be very careful then. But right now, I can get away with it. That's a sight. I just upsized that one back yonder to a 7 frame. It would work good. Anyway, that's life. I'll go back and get some empty frames and I'll show you. Another thing to consider with that colony I just cut out of the church is the fact that every single bee in that colony is a field bee. No nurses had hatched out yet. They's only 2 weeks old, you see. So if every bee in that colony was a field bee, they did the math this morning and said, look, we ain't got nothing but a queen and empty wood. Most of them are probably out foraging right now, so they'll probably come back. And that's just a blind shot in the dark on my part, trying to figure out what's happening. And I'm gonna still take a frame of bees and hopefully emerging brood. 1 frame now. And give it to them. That box right there ain't strong enough to do it. That box is a little bit too weak to do it with. believe I'm gonna do it anyway. Honestly, I ain't got many options. That's about it. That's about the only thing I can do right now. Unless I took it from one of the big ones. Tell you what I'll do. I know exactly what I'll do. I'll take it from my cell starter right yonder. I know that brood's old. If I find it capped and emerging, I'll get it right. I'd like to know why bees attack the smoker. I thought at one time they was treating the creosote on it like propolis, but they literally attack the sucker. Follow you around the yard and headbutt the smoker. Bright little souls, ain't they? Alright, so this is the queenless cell starter. That cell starter has been queenless since April the something. And no laying worker issues, just swapping brood. Swap hopelessly queenless brood that's about ready to emerge with it. And graft cells into that sucker. So it's entirely possible to maintain a queenless colony with no issues whatsoever if you manually swap brood with it. It might be an interesting game for honey production. Not that anybody would want a load of the useless stuff. Oh, I got them all happy. Explain that one. Look at them all over that thing. I might get stung right here. But this box has been hopelessly queenless for going on 2 months. I'm trying to figure which one it was now. There's a crazy frame of honey right here. Let me show y'all that thing since I'm in here. Check this bad boy out. Then there's burr comb down there on the side with it. Queenless bees act a little funny. They don't know whether to attack you or be nice. That one's already hatched. I gave him a frame the other day. This is the one right here. So I'm gonna take that baby right there over here. Alright, one-handed, mind you. I'm gonna swap out all these unwired frames with wired ones too while I'm here.
They act just exactly like they ain't a queen in a box. There she is. Use the wall of the hive to hold this thing. I'll stick it right there. I love those cages because they don't interfere with bee space. They're about 3/8 of an inch wide. This was a frame that blew out in the extractor, so I figured I'd stick it in there. Now they have a chance to at least maintain the queen and build up a little bit, but as soon as they get established on that little frame, you still got to play games with them to get them built up. I got to give them brood from other hives until I get the population right, and then super them and build them up in the fall if I keep her that long or whatever. But it ain't just as easy as throwing a little handful of bees in a box and them surviving. That's that. Might do a follow-up video in a day or two when I release her.